Hey, everybody, welcome to Friday the 13th, June 13th, 2025 edition of Speaker Co-working. I am Ron Story. I'm here with Angela Lewis. We represent a little bitty company called Speaker Hub, and our job is to help you guys to get booked on more speaking gigs, more podcast interviews, more writing credentials, to get paid. We don't believe in broke speakers, broke thought leaders. We want you to make some money off of the impact that you're making in the world. So that's what we talk about over here. So good to see you all. Good to see everybody. Janika, Linda, AJ, Bonnie, Michelle, Catherine, Jasmine, back at home in the normal office. John Diggs with the breast cancer shirt on. Is that what that is? Love life. That's it. Real men wear pink. And Valencia. Hey Valencia, there's a giraffe behind you. Watch out. No, I'm just kidding. So but no, good to see everyone. This is Fridays. Fridays is Ask Me Anything. Ask Me Anything Fridays. Boy, if it was time to ask me anything, it would be like in the last the last 3 weeks. It's been crazy, but we rolling, we rolling, we making a lot of progress. I have a link for my lifetime people that I will put in the chat that should make you all happy. Um, So that's a good thing that I'm going to do right here on the call. I'll give you all the link to get your new speaker page. Um, is Gustavo approved? So that's a good thing. And we're going to go from there. Any other questions? Yeah, any wins? Let's start with that. Any wins so far?
Well, I think I have a win.
You
Uh,
think or you know? Which one? Did you win
I
or
know
lose?
I have a
All right,
win.
all right, all right. That sounds
I was
a
on
lot
my
better.
PR pitches, I've been creating and learning how to create pitches for magazines, working with Kamanzi, and have different people critique the pitch, and looked at it this morning and says, "There you go, send it off
There it is. You're
for inside Business Insider magazine."
about to get your first article. Hopefully, that'll be good.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not taking advantage of the credibility building of being written about, so here's the one thing why we talk about the things that we talk about here. Mainly is because I don't like somebody being able to tell me what to do. If I have to wait on somebody to choose me to write about me in a magazine, I may never get written about. Right? If I got to wait for somebody to discover me to put me on a podcast, I may never get a podcast interview. If I got to wait to somebody to put me on their stage to speak, I may never get to speak. So the writing side gives you control over press. Now you can write about topics, you build your credibility on your own. I was featured in Wall Street Journal. So I write for Wall Street Journal. Like that would be like it's like the bigger flex. Like, oh man, I, I rented a car for prom. I use my daddy's car for prom, right? Like it's the bigger flex is I use my daddy's Rolls Royce versus I rented a Rolls Royce. You see what I mean? We want you to use your daddy's car. We want you to have your own writing credentials. You ain't got to go rent somebody else's and beg them to write about you. You can learn to write about yourself and put yourself on. So high five, Jasmine, for taking that first step. A lot of opportunity down that road for you guys. Lawrence, what's up? What's the win?
So my win is that today I'm going on two podcasts. One of them is at 12:30, so I'm going to be hopping out later. And the other one is at 3 p.m. She actually brought me on again because the first time the episode was so fantastic that right after she said, "We need to bring you back on this."
No, it's a big deal, man.
Yeah.
Coming
I have a
back.
question regarding the media outlets. So I've been pitching some of those, and so far I haven't been hearing much back. I think it could just be I need to pitch more of them
No,
because I
it's
pitched.
a different pitch, right? If you haven't been in PR pitches, you don't know how to pitch them. That's nothing against you. I'm just saying, it's different than hey, are you looking for guests for your podcast, right?
Okay.
It's different than hey, or is the uh, call for speakers still open, right? you got to submit a story idea, all of that right in that email, right? So if you go, to give you an example, Lawrence, if you go inside of your Speaker Hub Pro, did he disappear? Okay, he's there. If you go
I'm right.
inside of your Speaker Hub Pro and you go to branding kit, and there's a section called templates, right? You're going to see that in there. In those templates, we give you a pitch, a template that's for PR. And you'll see it ask for you to put a couple story samples in there. So we that template was written by Kamanzi. So he helped us with all of our writing templates because he writes for 90 magazines. He knows what should be in there. He's coached. If we took the articles that he's written plus the articles that his students have written, he's probably over 300 articles for this year alone.
Oh, perfect. So I see
Right?
one that says article contributor and one that says PR says large publication feature. If
Yeah.
I'm
So
aiming
let me
more
give
so
you. I'm gonna tell you what.
towards
Hold on. If you want to contribute an article like Jasmine was talking about, you would use that one. If you wanted somebody to write about you, where you reach out to a journalist where they write about you, you would be pitching them the story. That's what the feature is. Again, writer, feature, writer, feature. If you want to be featured, that means that I'm going to write 2 sentences about you or highlight a story about you. If you want to write it yourself, where you're featuring people and you're covering the topics you want to cover, that's the other one. Does that make sense? So one of the best things you can do is hop into PR pitches, Facebook group. Ange will give you the link. We'll get you approved over there. But go over to the PR pitches Facebook group. Linda, what up? I saw your hand go up, and then we got Valencia and Jasmine.
I just wanted to say that if you write an article about yourself in third person, I've had things published, you send it to you've like done their job for them. So you write an article about yourself, but you write it in third person, send it to them. I've had it published just as I wrote it.
Right? Yeah, but someone else gets the credit, right?
Oh yeah, I don't care about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, totally. The reason why and I think that that's great. That's one way to do it. The reason why we like the contributor side is because you get paid up to $2 a word. So you write a 1,500 word article, that's $3,000. Most people have never been paid $3,000 a speech, right? If you write even if they pay you $1 a word and you write an 800 word article, that's $800. You do one of those every week, you're making $4,000 a month roughly from just writing and never having to leave the house or anything. You're just coming up with great ideas to write on a regular basis. So, Kamanzi writes, I don't know, 8 to 9. He sent me a thing yesterday. I don't know if he wants me to show it, but I may have to, let me see if I can find it. He sent me this, all of the things he was featured in, right? And I was like, holy crap. Like, I mean, this dude is working. I mean, like super duper duper working. And this is all this week. I mean, no, this was all yesterday. He sent me 8 articles that came out with him yesterday, right?
Great.
So I mean, there's work to be done for those who want to do it, and you get paid for each one of those. So let me see if I can share my screen. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to type in Kamanzi. Again, we only teach what we've lived. We don't do all you got to do is, no, we do the real deal stuff, and we bring the best people in to teach you. So in the past week, negotiate anything with George Kohlreiser. I'm a full-time digital nomad. This Wi-Fi device, whatever. That's him and his wife. A Day in the Life of Lyft CEO. He interviewed Lyft CEO on Monday. That came out. A Radical Candor, Best Place, whatever. That was something else in Success Magazine. He did this culinary host hotspot for Father's Day. In essence, I mean, this dude is a machine, right? I mean, he just did Mark Cuban earlier this week, right? The basketball owner. I think that was either this week or last week. But Kamanzi Constable, Mark Cuban. Yeah, he was just talking about, like, I can't believe I get to do this for a living, but he's working on, this is one of his pitches for, different profiles. So again, the idea is if you want to get it done, you go to the people that's already doing it. And then from those people that are already doing it, you ask them to show you the way. Right? I've never had anybody who was doing better than me poop on me. They may have asked me to pay for their time, but they've never talked down on me and told me I couldn't do it. Does that make sense? So if you're running into that type of feeling, watch your own self-talk, because the people that are ahead of you would never talk to you that way. Does that make sense? So believe you can do it. You can get out there, Lawrence. I 100%. It'll take you some time to learn to write properly. Just like Jasmine, when you joined that group, January?
I'm telling you, today
When
it
was
was
it?
very
Was it
strategic.
January?
People think
When did you join?
maybe
January?
about February.
Yeah. So she's been
I
working
went
on her
in.
writing for 4 months, trying to get it
Yeah.
right, learning to pitch, learning to write
Yes.
the right articles. But
Yeah.
same thing with learning to shoot a jump shot, jump rope, ride a bike. Takes time.
Yeah, and he stresses, for all of us here in this group, because I don't pitch on his platform, I pitch on my Speaker Hub platform, right? I'm very strategic, and he reminds everyone to be strategic. Do you want to be a freelancer? Are you willing to write, 30 articles a month? That's not what I'm there for. I'm there to build credibility for what I'm doing here. So when someone asked me to be on stage, or someone asked me to be at a summit or a workshop, and as a writer, you build that credibility. And I learned very quickly, the first article I wanted to write, which is finished and critiqued, is for Essence magazine, because I've been reading it since I was 15, and it caters to the Black woman and the Black man. And I think my article is extremely good, but Essence needs clips, experience. Where have you written before? And a lot of people, like Forbes magazine, is saying, okay, we don't want anymore. We're getting too much of this. We don't want to say you wrote on LinkedIn. We want to see you've written in real magazines. And there's a hard training. The first time he critiqued me, I thought, oh God, because he's very blunt, as you know, to the point. But when he gets it in front of him and he says, okay, send it off and see what happens. It's
Oh,
done.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that's what you want. Like, you only get better I've never found anyone who was a gentle winner. I don't know any. I'm just being real with you. Everybody who I know on the outside, like, I'll give you a great example. David Price. This guy, you see him, man, this dude is the nicest guy ever. I'm talking about, you meet him, super duper nice. Ask him for some advice. The mask comes off, the gloves come off, the knives come out, and he's like, you better not waste my time. You're like, oh, my bad, man. I thought you was kind of like the Black Santa Claus. In reality, that ain't him. you know? So I've never met anybody who was a real winner that wasn't coached hard themselves and wasn't willing to coach others just as hard, because they know what it takes. But they also have the belief that what they're telling you to do works. Do you see what I mean? Like, a person that speaks with certainty. Hey, you don't say, hey, baby, don't touch that stove. You say, hey, don't touch that stove. You're going to burn your little hands. You're very direct and blunt with your kids about touching the stove, because you know the consequences of it, right? So it's the same thing. So don't be so fragile if you talk with Kamanzi. If you can deal with me, you can deal with Kamanzi. We're the same in a lot of ways. That's why we're really good friends. And
That is so true. And you have to have a thick skin if you want to be successful in business. You see, I like this what you just said. You've never seen a gentle winner. I'm going to use that. I'm going to.
It's a fact. You ain't never seen one either. It ain't just me. Nobody has ever seen a gentle winner. They win, even whether they're male or female. They are killers. You get in a room with some folks, you're like, yeah, this dude is tough, or this woman is tough, and you respect it. Valencia, your win.
Oh, hey. I just got put on another podcast, so that was my win.
Oh, hey, look, that was my win. Look, don't be minimizing stuff. You never know where that podcast is gonna take you. You never know. You just never know who's listening, right? That little bitty podcast, maybe Barack Obama's daughter's best friend's podcast. Ain't got that
Yeah.
many views, but they happen to be listening in the car with Michelle. You just
Right.
you just never know. You have no idea, right? Any other things, Jasmine? I think you already went. I don't know if you put your hand back up or no. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Oh, high five to Leroy. Leroy got his lifetime account set up yesterday. Well, actually this morning, which is a big deal. So Leroy Roberts came on over to the dark side. Um, he joined Defro Speakers Bureau. we should call it Life Row because we give away lifetime accounts. It's not really Defro. John, what's going on, man?
Good, man. Well, I guess I do have a win. Was on a podcast yesterday, and this is the third podcast that I've been on that the podcast host asked if I was open to coach their kid. And that's super cool. How that's shaping because I'm really wasn't had any intentions on getting coaching clients out of these podcasts.
Hmm?
And just to see that it's going well enough that these hosts are asking me to speak to their kids is super cool. So yeah,
Yeah, I think there's.
that was a win. But I had a question for you too.
Oh yeah, well, let me give you a little bit of feedback. Now, how many
Right.
times have we heard John come on here? It's been almost once a month now. He said, "Hey, I was on a podcast and somebody asked me to coach their kid." That's called the buying signal, guys. When you hear people ordering stuff, you create the product for them, whether it's a group coaching, a weekend coaching program, a monthly coaching program. If the parents are willing to pay and they're asking for it, don't put that back in your pocket. Cash it in, cash in that ticket, figure out a program that works for them. That's a buying signal. A lot of
Mhm.
times we hear that and we think it's just a small thing. Nope. All they did was filled out the survey. They didn't fill it all out. They skipped to that one question. What are you willing to pay for? Right. So just as a lesson to everyone else, always be listening and finding the trends as to what people are willing to pay you for. So John, go ahead with your question.
Yeah, absolutely. As it relates to our speaker profile pages, as a speaker, well, I guess it's a twofold question. For one, on my personal website that I'm designing now, can I have a Speaker Hub logo and link to that speaker page?
Of course. Yeah, a lot of people do that. And one of the things that we've designed into it, it won't be ready at launch, but it will be ready. And I'll show you this. This is really, really important to us. So um, we have these embeddable speaker profiles already where you can embed your speaker profile into any website. It's in the current one, right? So it gives you an embed code that says you want to put this on your website, and it puts a little mini version of your thing in your website. Maria has redesigned that for the new system, and I'll show you what it'll look like. It won't be live when I give you the link today, but it's coming, and it's going to be in freaking incredible. It will work very similar to how your how whenever you put someone in a YouTube video embed, it's
Mhm.
just like that. You would embed it just like that. And let me see if I can show it to you. One second. But yeah, that's coming. That's a smart thing to do, John. But I want to just show you the
Cool. Then I have a follow-up when you're ready too.
oh, go ahead. You can go ahead. I'm
Yeah, I
listening.
was now on the actual Speaker Hub page itself. Will we have the ability to link like our calendars and things of that nature so people can
Yep.
schedule things of that nature?
Yep. So the main call to action would be book a call, right? So that's the main call to action. And then you put whatever link you want to put on the back side of it. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it.
Yep. That's the one. Let me see. I'm trying to find the thing so I can bring it up for you. But I want you to see this because is Maria on here, Andrew? No.
No.
Maria, you here?
You want me to
Okay.
get her?
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no, no.
bring her.
Don't waste the time. I'll show it to you guys on another day. But there's a mobile version. Let me just show you. It looks like this. So, and I wish I had the one I wanted to show you though, because app PitchDB. Okay, it's over here. I got so many Figma files, I be getting confused sometimes. But so here it is. Give me 1 second. Esther, good to see you. Glad to see you back with us. And 1 second. Academy Outreach Podcast. No. Onboarding experts profile. Here it is. All right, here we go, guys. So, John, it will look like this. It probably won't be available until August because we got a bunch of stuff we need to do, like
Sure,
focusing
sure.
on the main functions. But it will look like this. So it looks very similar to the mobile app design. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be embeddable. So you see how it says share?
Got it.
Got it? So you'll be able to share that. And when you share it, it has your all of the stuff down here at the bottom, just like the mobile design does. And you'll be able to embed that entire thing.
Got it. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
So that'll be embeddable wherever you want to put it on your website or whatever. And you'll be able to change the colors to match whatever website you're putting it in because you're only changing the colors of the buttons. We'll give you a button color picker,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's already available, guys, if you have the old Speaker Hub, but it's going to be useless after I show you what I'm about to show you. So, but that's already in the current Speaker Hub, right? Janika, question?
I wanted to share a win for me that supports what you were talking about in terms of building your email lists.
Okay.
I've been on several podcasts, and as a result, because I've been promoting my book, and as a result, people are starting to buy my book. And with the book, they get a 15-minute consultation with me. So that puts them into my email list. So that's what's happening. And that's all because of following the Ron Short marketing plan.
That's so funny. She always calls me Ron Short. And Janika, you better be 6'3" when I see you, because you
It fits though. It fits.
hey, John, come on, man. Come on. Just because you're a head above me, don't mean that. I used to do this for a living, man. You know,
It's Ron Short. Ron Short story.
we grew up making jokes, man. I got 1,000 of these. You know, I'm always locked and loaded. But Janika, high five. That's a big deal. You know, super duper big deal. Any other wins? Any other wins? No? Okay. So in the chat, you all are receiving a link. For those who I see on here with Lifetime, you are receiving a link. That link, you have to log in with your Google, but that link is going to give you access to your new speaker page. Finally, allow us to reintroduce ourselves. We back. Let's see. I think I got everybody that I see on here that has Lifetime. Again, this is.
And I'm sorry, I missed that one. Which webs? What is that? What is these links?
All right, I'll give it to you in a second. 1 second. So everybody can see it there, I think. But it's the link. So those are everyone. If your name is on there, if I sent you one directly, then that means you have Lifetime with us. If you don't have Lifetime, it's never too late to get Lifetime. If you're in and we see you in there and you ain't got Lifetime, we're gonna kick you out. I'm joking, but I'm for real. We're gonna kick you out because you ain't supposed to be in there. But
Awesome. Thank you. I'm going to check that out as soon as I get off here. I'm going to head off in a minute. Bye to everyone.
All right. See you
To
later.
prepare for a podcast for 1:15.
All right. So if you're in Lifetime, you should have the new speaker page link. And let me give a demo. Who else is up? Michael's here. Anybody new today? Esther's a returner. You've been here before, Esther, or no? Okay, all right. So let me show you the new speaker page for those who haven't seen it. Here's what you're gonna do. Here's how you get in. All right. So you come to this page, and this is just early. We got to hide it under a different logo because we don't want people looking for it. Right. And hold on. Shoot. I probably should have